Hey guys, it's Tiara and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am doing a different kind of video. It's not really a tutorial, more of just like an overview of which Sims 3 mods that I depend on, that I have to have in my game at all times, and the mods that I recommend for you guys. So there are 5 mods that I constantly use just to like improve my gameplay and not so much as like the look of my game, which I'll be doing another video on, like scenery mods and like reshade and all that stuff. That'll be a separate video like I said, but these are just the mods that help me play my game and access my game and control my game better. So speaking of controlling, the first mod that I depend on, and it is the mod that I depend on the most, is NRAS, is mod by the name of Master Controller. Now basically this mod basically just helps you overview everything. Now NRAS has different mods. They have Master Controller, they have story progression, they have all these different mods, but I really only use Master Controller and the Master Controller integration mod. Now basically Master Controller, as you can see, you want to download the base mod, which is right here. Link will be in the description below for all of these mods, but I suggest just downloading the base mod, version 12 or whatever version is the newest. Don't go down into the older versions, just go with the current versions. And basically once you're in game, this is what NRAS looks like. Okay guys, so basically what I use NRAS for in game is I click on my sim, an NRAS option should pop up. For example, right here I click NRAS, then I go to Master Controller. And basically the only thing that I use Master Controller for is to edit my sim in Kreetassan, reset my sim, or go into stylus mode. But I'm going to show you guys one thing that I really use this mod for, and that is in Kreetassan. And basically it just allows me to set quite a few settings that not change my game, but customize my game to the way that I want it and the way that I need it for certain things. And I'll show you guys those settings as soon as my Kreetassan loads. Okay, so once I'm in game or in Kreetassan, if I right click on this little options thing right here, it'll bring up this menu or this GUI, and these are just all the settings that I have. I have disabled clothing filter for every day on, which just enables all of the clothes in every category in Kreetassan for every day. And then I have max sliders set to 20,000, which just allows 20,000 sliders in my game at once and makes them all work, because base game only allows you to have a certain amount of sliders that will work. And I do not have 20,000 sliders. I only have like 351. I just set it to 20,000 because I could, I guess. And then I have multiple accessories and multiple makeup per location enabled, which basically just allows me to have multiple accessories per location or multiple makeup per location enabled, which basically just means, say I had 2 accessories in the glasses section that I wanted to use, I could do that. Or say I had 2 lipsticks that I wanted to combine, or 2 blushes that I wanted to use at the same time, I could just do that. And then showing compact form accessories and clothing, basically what this does is instead of showing all of the color options for a clothing item, it just shows the first one, and then you can just click on it and then see all of the color options, and it just makes your Kreetassan load faster. And then I have my body and facial slider multiple set to 4, which just makes the body and facial slider effect on your sim 4 times greater than it originally would be. And this is just really all I use NRAS for. So let's move on to the next mod. Okay, so the next mod that I use is an extension of Master Controller. It is Master Controller integration, and basically what this does is it just enables that menu that I showed you guys in Kreetassan in all aspects of the game. So for example, say you were in Edit Town and you wanted to create a household, you could just have all of those options in that menu in Kreetassan in Edit Town mode, because originally you wouldn't be able to do that, but with this integration mod it allows you to do that. And access a menu, which is the same thing that you would do in a save, and you just click on your sim and enter Kreetassan. You would just right click on the options menu and that menu will pop up. But the next mod that I use is replaced Kreetassan animations, and basically what this does, you probably noticed that my sim in my Kreetassan was standing completely straight, not blinking, and had her arms out to the side and her legs in a straight position, I guess you could say, that she wasn't moving. and it looks something like this. And this basically is just a mod that I use so that I can notice any clipping with clothes, and I can just see everything, straight facial expression. I don't have to worry about her moving or blinking, and I can just see everything straight and how I want it to be, without, you know, the unnecessary swinging of the arms and the unnecessary facial expressions that are not cute. Just allows me to overview everything. So yeah. And then the next mod that I use is a mod by the name of Pose Player Interaction Add-on. And basically, if you use Pose Player, you know that you have to have this stupid thing right here on the lot, and you have to click on that for your sim to pose. And while with this mod, you do still need to have that thing somewhere on your lot. You can hide it anywhere you want. It doesn't need to be visible because you don't need to click on it anymore. You can just click on your sim. For example, I have this little Pose Player thing that I mentioned earlier just right here, but I don't need to click on it anymore. I can just click on my sim and then click on photo shooting, and then I have all these options that I would have normally with clicking on the Pose Player little movie thing. But I do also have some other options that I don't really use, but this is just all the things that you can do just by clicking on your sim and accessing Pose Player at the same time. And the last mod that I use is a mod called Zoom in Kreetassan Camera. Now basically this mod is supposed to look like this in Kreetassan, but it doesn't do that for me. It doesn't actually zoom in Kreetassan. But what it does is when I go into tab mode to take a picture, I can zoom in double or like however more the amount is than it would normally zoom in with this mod. Why are you outside of my house staring at my house? Sorry, got distracted, but it zooms in more than you normally would be able to. And this is basically just what I use the mod for. I wish it zoomed in Kreetassan, but hey, you can't have everything, and I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't. But this is actually the last mod that I'm going to be showing you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and you are interested in downloading and using these mods, the links will all be in the description below. I love you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay updated with all things channel related. I love you guys so much. Bye.